got a text that he was out, so we'll have to figure out how he got out. Surely not. She did not just have one baby. Here's our cow update. Nobody's having calves. Anyway, there's my new babies because I can't resist. If you've been around, you know that I took a break for about a month. So here's your update on what's been happening with the farm. This was June 11th. It just wouldn't stop raining. The flash floods were actually southwest of us, so we didn't get quite that extent of flash flooding. Here's what we have going on today. He's out. That's Hagrid. We got a text that he was out, so we'll have to figure out how he got out. Luckily, he just follows me around like a dog. I'll get you some food in a minute. Don't come in here, please. This is the outermost pen. It's Neville's pen. It's right below the last stock tank. And we have worked on that freaking dam. I don't know how many times. We've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of back pain trying to fix it. But as you can see, some of the water weeds just came through and collapsed the fences. And that's how Hagrid got out. Alright, we are both soaked to the bone. We've gotten about 9 inches and it's still raining in less than 2 weeks. And the new fence fix is just across, like halfway across their pen. Isn't it beautiful? It'll keep this pig in though. But as you can see, all they want to do is be in the wallows and in the shade. Unfortunately, Jenny was injured right before we moved her in here. We don't know how it happened. She's not so bad that I won't breed her. She's got stable back legs. And she's so late on another litter that she needs to get bred. Oh, it's sprinkling. We're out here filling up wallows. Giving them drinks out of the water hose because everybody loves that. They already got their drinks. And getting showers. Albus and Hagrid are just waiting here in their pen, their next breeding turn. He could have 24-hour showers and not be satisfied. So unfortunately, this is how we have to feed the boys. Just throw it over the fence because they won't keep their bowls. Albus loves to move the bowls. Anyway, here's a close-up of how their pen is now. We'll have to put a bridge down there over the gorge and then figure this whole fence system out again this winter because it's too hot during the summer. Fleur, you just want a treat. Fleur here had 8 babies, if you'll remember, laid on 3 of them, and then another one had a fever. And I really tried with that one. We were treating her with some infant Tylenol, and she ended up having 3 good days, and then she died. So she's got 2 boys and 2 girls left. This is Fleur's smallest one, and it is not that small anymore. So that's good. She's raising big ones. Madame Pomfrey over here. She was kind of the catalyst for my break, but she has had a breathing problem ever since she had pneumonia earlier this year, and she's having trouble breathing. So it's a little bit easier to send her to the processor, knowing that she doesn't have to suffer like that anymore. And then Madame Rosamerda. She is a really nice piglet and will be replacing her mom. Nice looking and very nice acting. And her sister, which that's not her sister, that's one of Fleur's. Mrs. Norris out here. She's the darkest red with 3 dots down her spine. That's how I know her. Plus she's usually doing something funny. So we're gonna keep her to grow out with her sister just so she has a friend that she knows, and we have another feeder, so yeah. If you'll remember Helga under here, she had an injury with one of the feeders. Well, I was gonna say this was good news because she's not in the wallow. She was sitting up and then all of a sudden she fell over. Well, you can kind of see how she's walking. I didn't get the phone ready in time. She might be pushed off here and have to walk. She's doing so much better. Honestly, we were going to put her down. It was just too wet to take her out of the pens, so we didn't. And then just one day she decided to start walking around. She is going to have a longer break off of breeding because we need to put weight back on her and get her walking well before she breeds. Well, we have one. And there's a placenta there. But surely not. She did not just have one baby. I think she's still in labor. If you didn't catch that, that was the placenta. So it tells me that she's probably near the end, or that was the end of her babies. We did find one other one in the wallow, and it probably got smothered in the wallow. So she had a whopping 2. I think what happened here is that she reabsorbed the rest of the litter. She got pretty big. She has a ton of milk, but she's just been raising this one, and we have named her Veruca because she is a spoiled brat little single child, and her mom's very protective of her, and she's going to live out with Madame Rosamerta and Mrs. Norris. Okay, now Remus was too short for Jenny. He is grown, but very slow. Okay. So we paired him with Tonks. She was a breeder for sale and she just never sold. So we're gonna get a litter out of her. And after that litter is weaned, then she will be for sale. She is a Sparkle Snickers. Just in case you're interested. If you are, specialplaceranch@gmail.com. The rest of the pigs haven't really changed, so we're on to the goats. You know how when you go on vacation you get a souvenir or something? Well, I didn't go on vacation, but I got me a new goat. This is Autumn. She's actually from the same farm as Grace is, that brown one right in front of us. And they actually became pretty good friends, so it's kind of cool. She was just weaned when I got her, so she kind of screamed herself hoarse for a couple days, but she's fit into the group just fine. I got her to be a replacement for Elise, my really spotty one, because she kept having prolapses, and I'm not going to breed her anymore. I can't breed Autumn this year. I'm going to make sure and she's big enough and let her grow out for a whole year. Or more if she needs it. If you notice, she's mostly gold all over, but she has tons of moon spots on her, and I'm hoping she passes those on to babies. The girls have been doing good. This is the first day I've seen Autumn actually fight off. She fought Elise off. If she would come over here, she could get more to eat. Other than that, that's really what's gone on with the does, other than getting hoof trims and causing trouble. The bucks had their spa day. They got their CD&T shots, hoof trims, and then got a bath because bucks pee all over themselves. It smells disgusting, as did my hands for a few days afterwards, but they can actually give themselves urine scald so they can burn their own skin with their pee. And then I shaved them down. They have longer hair than the does, so hopefully it'll keep them a little bit cooler. Thank you for waiting till after to pee. He's not very smooth, but it's just for a haircut. Majestic beard. Okay, now I gotta go get Lefty. Here's Lefty all done. He wasn't quite as still. He's got some skin flakies. It's probably just dry skin. I'll probably add more sunflower seeds to their food again. And then just to be safe, I put some antifungal shampoo because he also has this right here. It's not a big deal. It's healed over. His skin doesn't look too bad, but just in case, I gave him this. So I think he'll be fine. All right, bud. You can go. We can see all your moon spots. Alright, here's our cow update. Nobody's having calves. Peppermint Patty's still walking up. She keeps getting sores on her butt from flies, but she won't let me do anything. We're keeping lettuce to grow on a little bit bigger. Right now, calves are going like crazy. So we're thinking about taking Pigpen and Marcy to auction because they're never gonna be real big. So that's Pigpen and this is Marcy. They're just, especially Marcy, she's not gonna get that big. We have trouble selling the longhorn calves. Anything with horns or looks like a longhorn or just smaller, we usually don't get our money's worth, so we grow them out for meat. I gotta watch Franklin, he's getting a little bully. Here's our new sheep. She kind of looks funny for a sheep. That is for the sheep, you little turd. Because she's a good girl. Okay, I forgot to get new footage of the sheep after I sheared them again. So this is our second shear and they should be a lot cooler through these hot months. I have decided to get rid of the sheep. The Shetlands, the two black ones, are for sale. Katniss is just, she's my girl, so she's staying with me. I don't think they'll sell because unless you're in on the fiber artist side, you're not gonna sell wool sheep in Texas. Since I knit and crochet, I thought I was gonna spin my own wool, but I don't like doing it. I'm not good at it and I haven't really successfully done it yet, but I just don't like it. Also, I like making things, not clothing, so there's no point in them being real wool. Anyway, so Gail and his mama are gonna stay. If Gail starts hitting me, then he's gone too. You may have heard me calling Bagheera a her in the last video. It has been so confusing to tell genitalia, especially when he didn't get any balls for a long time and his brother did. Mowgli had them. So we thought, well, maybe we got a girl. I got these kittens. I said I wanted two, and they said, well, you can only have one sex, and we only have enough boys. You know, we only have 2 boys. And I was like, well, that's fine. I love boys. They are doing really good, growing way too fast, and they're gonna get neutered on the 5th. So, wish them a speedy recovery. I'm sure it won't be very nice. My shop, since the weather has been cooler than most summers in the past, it's been okay in there, especially when the sun starts going back over on the other side, on the west side of the barn. My shop gets a lot cooler, so they still have the catio they can go on. Once they're neutered, I'm gonna put cat doors in, one with a microchip opening, so it'll only open for them. And then another one into the barn, which won't have a microchip, but we close the barn anyway, so I'm just trying to figure out what the placements of those, so you'll see that probably on the next video. The turkeys have leftover shade, but hey, it works. They haven't been getting out much because when it's just hot, they stay in the barn. They don't really do anything except pant. So I'm probably gonna let them out today. Mavis tried her best, poor Maybe. But none of those eggs made it. I don't really think they're fertile. I've tried incubating them before and she tried, so I don't think something's making for some reason. But I don't know what I'd do with more turkeys, so I'll just stick with these 3. And they're gonna start getting real ruddy looking, even though he looks great right now. They're gonna start getting real ruddy looking, and then they'll get better feathers for the fall. Okay, they're gonna be hungry, but newest update, all 3 of the breeders are just waiting for their next round, probably in September. I'm gonna have to work out the age of these before I make new ones to be weaned without cages or anything. These are Sophia's. They're 2 weeks older than the next one, so I think they're about 2 months old. I can't remember. I think they were born early May. And these are about 2 months old. And that one always climbs up. They're so excited to eat. Those are Roonies. The last sets of rabbits we already harvested, and we had some of them. I can honestly say rabbit meat is really tender. It has absolutely no flavor. So it takes on whatever flavor you put with it. I think that's why a lot of times the recipes have you cook it down quite a bit. It's a really lean meat. I've heard you can starve to death just eating rabbit. They're extremely easy to clean, way less smelly than chickens, and you don't have to pluck them, you don't have to do anything. They're just really easy to harvest. I need to brush all of them and get some nail trims done. Are you itchy? I've had to relocate this spider's web like 6 times, and it keeps going on the door. Okay, just keep it like that, okay? Oh, the chickies are doing pretty good. Oops. A friend of ours sent me a list of chicks and said, "Do you need any of these?" I said, "Need? Of course I do." So hopefully there's some cream leg bars in here and Bielefelders. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll put it on the screen. And then they only have 4 because I wanted some Wyandottes and they were sold out. So I got a Dominica back there, and then these 2 are Buff Orpingtons. So we'll see how they do in the heat, but we had a buddy with Buff Orpingtons. They made it just fine. Anyway, there's my new babies because I can't resist. This cage is open now. Yesterday afternoon, I got rid of my 3 roosters, extra roosters. That is because these girls... Winky, Winky. I'm talking. No, Winky, don't interrupt me. These girls will start to get bald spots if there's too many roosters. We love these roosters, these 2. They're good for our flock. They leave us alone. As long as they live, they're going to be our roosters because they are so good. So the hens that I had, there's 4 of them. They're still alive. They're doing good. I left it open so they could come in here, but they could also get out and away from the rest of them. They've been in this outdoor cage right next to the other chickens for months, so they're doing good. I also want to keep this up for the next set of chicks that I have and the brooders. Next week will be back to my regular format, and Wednesday I start the Every Bit Counts challenge, which snuck up on me. So those will be on Wednesdays. See you then. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload some Wednesdays and all Sundays, and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.